Welcome again. This is Spotlight. I'm Pastor Dan. We're doing the month of July on the question of the millennium. And I talk about firewalls. You know how they have these firewalls in computers. So you got to have your software. You put firewalls in to be sure that all the viruses and ransomware and all the other terrible things that hackers do to try to get in and mess with your computer. And you got to have firewalls. And so God has to put up firewalls. He has to answer every question. So we talk about the pre-Advent judgment. And God makes sure that all the beings in the universe, angels, unfallen worlds, they've got all their questions answered, that when he saves somebody, he has a right to do it. And it's absolutely beyond a shadow of a doubt exactly the right thing that he could do. And then during the 1,000 years in heaven, God gets all the saints who go to heaven. And he makes sure all of their questions are answered. That's the second firewall. And at the end, everyone says, "You're just right, God. You got it all right. You didn't make a single mistake. We wouldn't change a single thing." And then there's one last group, the wicked, who have been sleeping through the whole thing. God wakes them up to answer every single question for them until every one of them bows down and acknowledges that God was right. So these are the firewalls. People say God doesn't really care, what people think about him. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. We're made in his image. You and I care. We hate it if someone starts to whisper some lies about it. We say, that's not true. I didn't do that. Well, God's like us. He cares too. Job, God said to Job's friends, I'm not happy with you for what you said about me. Only Job has said what was true about me. Jesus asked them all the time, what are people saying about me? What are you hearing? What are you hearing? He wanted to know. He cares. Heartbreaking when Jesus hears some of the things people say about him. Revelation has these great crystal clear statements. Great and true are thy ways and thy judgments, O God. Obviously, there were some questions. Otherwise, they wouldn't have to say that. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 says people will be lost if they hate the truth, and they will be saved because they love the truth. The truth matters. God cares what people say about him. I've used a parable that, just a parable, all right? Let's say we're having dinner and Hilda says to me, I have heard and I've checked it out that you've had an affair, that you haven't been faithful to me, and that hurt a lot. But I just want you to know that I've kind of worked through it, and I've decided that it's okay. I'm going to forgive you. I say, there's nothing to forgive. I have not done that. I have been faithful to you from the beginning until the end. No emails, no phone calls, no texts, no affairs, no dinners, no nothing. There's nothing to forgive. She said, it's okay. I know it happened. I'm sure it happened. But it's okay. I forgive you. I don't want your forgiveness. There is nothing to forgive. It has never happened. It becomes a deal breaker. Even if she forgives, I can't stand it to have that lie told and believed about me when it never happened. That's how God feels. He just can't accept it, that there's a lie out there. And he says, if you believe that lie, then we cannot be together. We can't do 1,000 years together if the whole time you're believing that kind of a lie about me. Probably the story I've used the most has been the story of the Clintons. Bill Clinton was this great young governor, and he's young and got great ideas. But he's running for president in 1992, and there's all these questions. He dodged the draft, and he's smoking marijuana and affairs and crazy stuff. And finally, his campaign said, go into a press room and answer every question. Don't be tricky. Don't try to get around it. Just tell the truth, and don't leave the room until it's all done. And put this behind us once and for all. But they wouldn't do it. And the questions are still here. And so God says, we're going to have a press conference, and we're going to answer every question until it's all gone. So we never have to do this again. There can never be another Satan. This is Spotlight. Come back to us next time. We'll do it again. Thank you for watching Spotlight. We're so excited about this. We hope that you'll subscribe and so you'll get all of them. And please just forward it on to others and tell other people about it. And let's just see what kind of an audience we can get for these messages of Spotlight. God bless you.